My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we are doing a no communication reading. In the extended, I have a channel letter that I'm going to read, and if there is a third party connected to your connection, we're just going to look briefly at what might be happening in that connection after the energy portal. Um, yeah. So let's get into this reading. Just want to thank everybody that showed up for the sacred sites activation meditation. We had a lot of interference, my goodness, on the line during the meditation. But we powered through it. So the next time we will have that again, it will probably be um on the 11:11 portal probably. Okay. The energy generally, we have thunder and lightning, and it says painful realizations and inner conflict. So it is the energy of the epiphany. And it's not just an epiphany, it's heartbreaking realizations, things that will really kind of crush you. When it comes to a crushing realization about something, um, that makes you feel maybe kind of small inside, that's exactly where your person is at. Let's see the energy generally. So we're going to keep that card in mind, the crushing realization. And we have here the chameleon. It says adaptability, shape-shifting, and conformity. So I'm going to pair that with the crushing realization. What energy is a person embodying? They're embodying the energy of the aha moment or realizations. And what they've realized is that their whole life has been lived wearing this mask here, right? And this is the mask of their community, their tribe, their family, or it could be the mask that they put on for work, okay? But it's not their true self. And they have donned this mask and all the things that go with this mask, all the character props that go with this mask. They've done all of that in a bid to conform or to be accepted by a group, several groups, persons, or person. They've never lived life in their truth and for their own self. And even in their relationship with you, there may have been masks that they attempted to wear. And I say attempted to wear. And I say attempted because you have discernment and maybe you were able to see beyond this mask, this intricate mask that they have on, or mask, because it's a social chameleon, right? There are many things to many people, okay, and many communities, right? But you're able to see beyond that to the core essence of who they are. I remember we often talk about um what love is, to be seen, heard, known, and still loved and accepted by somebody else. So you saw beyond that. You saw beyond that. No, to be seen, heard, and known, and still loved. So you saw beyond that, but they're realizing they're a shapeshifter. Their personality, their identity shifts as they move among different groups, different persons. And that they've truly never showed anyone voluntarily who they really are. And then they drill down to what is the root cause of that. And the root cause of that, perhaps for many people, is that they've never been accepted for who they are. And that starts really early on in childhood. Because really early on in childhood, even as as toddlers, when we show people who we really are, they keep attempting to conform us to society or their own rules, their own mores, right? You never allow the child to show you who they really are, right? Teach them what is acceptable in society, common courtesies, manners, that whatever it is. And somewhere along the way, the child gets the message that, who I am naturally is not acceptable. The energy towards you, it is the judge. You are surrounded by a confusing situation. You must be a good detective. So they're trying to figure out who you are. So because they realize that they have been living under layers um, of gunk, of mass, they're wondering if you've been doing the same thing too, right? So it says, judge between the truth and the lies, between what you love and what you despise. To mask your feelings is not wrong, for sometimes secrets make you strong. Seduction and mysteriousness, they're your advantage. Make them guess. So I feel like your person stepped back. And it feels like they've stepped back to really turn on their discernment cap and not be distracted by the energies around them or by your energies. Maybe when they get close to you, they get kind of confused, right? So they've stepped back to judge you or to discern who you are um, through this newfound ability that they have. Because once you know yourself, then it's easy to spot and discern other people, right? So this person, that they're in this place of becoming who they really are and shedding all the old things. That's something that they say in the letter. They talk about becoming. All right, when they look at you, what they see is partnership. Work with another to reach all goals. Support must be given as needed. Loyalty must be proven. So this is someone who wants to prove their loyalty to you. So whatever they've discerned about you so far, they recognize that you're a partner, a life partner, right? They want to work with you, they want to support you, and they feel like both of you guys working together, you guys are unstoppable. It says, to thine own self be true. And this is the crux of the whole thing that your person is stepping into. And you could only be true to yourself if you know yourself. And they're in this place of knowing or becoming known, right? To thine own self be true, but do include your partner too, so that you're another person that they feel safe enough to release this mask. But eventually they're working towards releasing this mask completely. But do include your partner too. With love, support, inspiring praise, you'll be together all your days. Keep your partners good in view, and they will do the same for you. So they're looking at you not with the critical eyes that's dissecting and nitpicking at you, which is what they may have been doing in the past, but they're focusing on your better qualities, your best qualities. And you're someone that they would love to love, to show love to. They would love to support, and they'd love to tell you exactly how much they admire you. Let me pull some cards on this just to get all the messages, but I think we are getting all the messages. And we have the Page of Wands in reverse, not reaching out. All right. But the Page of Wands in reverse is also a child whose spirit was crushed. And we just talked about that. We're so busy showing them and molding them to what the world expects them to be that their true core essence can sometimes be lost. You break their spirit. All right, let's see the chameleon. We have the Star card. So this is major healing that's taking place for your person right now. Okay. And they're ready, or they're stepping into this place where they want to shine their light out there. The true light, not the mask. They want to be known, accepted, and loved for who they are, and they want to put themselves out there. Now they're a little hesitant, and the reason why they're hesitant, you see, look at what is in their path. Their family tree. Family tree is in their path right now, and for some of them, it may even be a contract. Okay, it might be a marriage, long-standing relationships. Okay, friendships, deep-rooted friendships, and it feels like these friendships may not approve because it's right in the middle of the path, right? Just like this one, and these friendships, these friends may not approve of the path that they are choosing to take, right? So for them it means that there's a lot of releasing that has to take place, and releasing, even though they know it's for their greatest good, releasing can be very painful. It can be very painful. Going no contact or low contact with people that you know right now that has just been a blockage, right? It can be very, very painful, but a necessary exercise. Now, let's see this partnership card, how they feel about you. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. A little bit insecure. They don't want to hurt you. They still feel like they're less than. So a lot of self-esteem work still needs to take place. They're not sure if you're going to accept them back. Okay. They want to be in a space where they can give equally to this partnership. Remember, they talked about supporting you, praising you, being there to love. They don't want to breadcrumb you anymore. So this is someone that does not want to string you along. And this is someone who they don't want to be a player anymore, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So if they're not coming forward with something solid, they'd rather just stay back. Okay? All right. So let's ask Spirit, why aren't they communicating at this time? So if your person is in low contact or low contact, why aren't they communicating? We have a Queen of Wands. Now the Queen of Wands in reverse here, it is the energy of non-action, okay, but can also represent somebody in their life, a karmic energy, okay. We have the Two of Wands, and this is about the course correct, choosing a new path. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. That can be the energy of numbing out, and it could also be the energy of not being happy. It could be the energy of releasing a third party as well. Party done, right? And then we have the Six of Cups. Okay. Why aren't they communicating like they used to? All right. So they have some big decisions to make. We see that here, right? We just talked about them having to release or go no contact or low contact with some people in their life that are standing in the way of them fulfilling their destiny. Your person knows the path that they have to take, right? It's just going to be a rough ride getting there, right? Because there are people, paradigms, patterns that they have to power through in order to continue to walk on the path that they want to walk, right? For some of you guys watching this, they might have an intimate partner, somebody else in the mix here. That's indicated by this Queen of Wands in reverse and the Three of Cups in reverse. For some of them, there might be children involved. So family featured strongly. From the time we see that family tree and we see Four of Wands, which is their family of origin, okay, or some sort of relationship, we know it's family. So a lot of things here dealing with family. So family patterns, family dysfunction, you know, things that they've learned, well, family patterning, things that they've been modeled from their family. All these are being featured right now. So as much as your person is ready to strike it out on their own, old habits, old ways of being, old relationships, old loyalties die hard. Die hard. Now, their mind is on reconciliation. Okay, we see it here. with the Six of Cups. So I feel it's someone who wants to reconcile with you, and there's a relationship that they want to build with you because they see you as a soulmate, but they're on the inside of something looking outwards. Okay, so it feels like there's a lot of things that they have to clean up in their life, and they say so in the letter. Okay, I'm going to tell you right off the bat. They say so in the letter. There's a lot of things that they have to clean up before they have a direct path to you. Okay. Um, let's see where their head is at during this time of no communication. But I think we've got a little inkling there. More is said in the letter. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is asking herself, okay, what now? Okay, where do I lay my hat next? Where do I choose to invest my time, effort, and energy so that I can get a return on my investment? What are they thinking about? We have the Page of Swords in reverse, the things that have remained unsaid, the lies. Because King of Swords in reverse, he's a pathological liar. Doesn't even know why he's lying. Okay? So the lies that they may have told in the past, whether to you or other people, they're thinking about that. And they're thinking about the fallout from that. What else are they thinking about? They're thinking about telling the truth and being their authentic self, and the kind of upheaval that is going to cause. Especially, and we see it here again, the family tree. Look at here again. The family tree. They feel like it's going to destroy their family. And it's going to put them at a distance with certain family members. They feel like they're going to be abandoned and out on their own. And look at the expression in the face. It's like, it's a big breath before you do something that you know is going to change your life. That is exactly where they're at. Trying to get a stillness, trying to get a strength, the clarity. But your person knows what they need to do. What are they thinking about? Three of Pentacles. Who's the right partner for them? Who can they collaborate with? And it feels like they have options. Okay? Options known to you and options unknown to you. Okay, so that's what they're thinking about. They're thinking about life. Thinking about what's next. Thinking about the vision that they have for themselves, where they want to be. For some of them, they might be thinking about a change in occupation to something that's a little more creative based, a little more hands-on. So this is big changes that they're thinking about making. And the energy that she's embodying here, it reminds me of when I decided to leave my corporate job. Like, I mean, a lot of you guys know that immediately before this, I was a diplomat, a career diplomat. And it came to a point where I didn't see how I could continue the job that I was doing and then still be true to the path that I was being called towards. So I knew that I knew it in my heart. I had to make the change. I had to make the shift, but I just wanted to be sure. So I took a day off work and I didn't speak to anyone. I didn't answer my phone. I didn't text anyone. I just stayed just in my house, sitting on my couch, meditating and just thinking about the decision that I was going to make. And I was just examining my motives around it and making sure I just wasn't being impulsive or anything like that. But in my heart of hearts, I already knew, and I've known for a long time, I was just kind of enjoying the comfort zone of doing this on the side and then also having that safety net of a public job. But when you're being called by spirit and when you know your heart is just in it, you have to make the shift. You just have to make sure that, you're really making that decision from a place, a heartfelt place and not a place of fear. And that's what I need to do. And that's the energy I see in her face as I look at that card. It's just making sure, just kind of cementing in your mind, in your spirit, in your energy field. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do this. I really am going to do this. And the next day I did it. Let's get a little bit of more insight. What is happening in your person's life that might be causing some of these shifts? Okay, we're going to look first at career, their work life, because I was just talking about career, right? What's happening in their work life? I told you, I felt it. I felt it. There's a decision to be made here. And they're trying to be very strategic about it because, oops, I just had a massive, massive hiccup, but it's not returned. Maybe they've tried to disconnect before and there've been hiccups, maybe with their contract, but it feels like a prison, right? It looks like a prison. So your person at work, they recognize that there's a big decision here. Do they stay? Do they go? Do they do something else? And as I said, that's the energy I'm seeing in her face. What's happening in their wider community, their wider circle? We have flattery, we have two-faced. So they're recognizing that there are a lot of people in their life that are around that are karmic to them, and not just teaching them lessons, but persons who don't mean them well at all. Okay, so they're seeing, yeah, they've been wearing masks, but everybody around them has been wearing a mask too. And they're not interested in that. They want something. They want something, and they want to live a life of authenticity and realness. And this is a card number 3 here with the decision card, and there's a card number 3 here too. So a lot of interference and a lot of third parties may have been involved in your connection, and your person seeing now that they should never have listened to those person's advice. And maybe that's the epiphany that they're coming to, that they may have let outside persons dictate their pace and dictate how they live their life. But these persons don't even know what the fuck they're doing either, right? That's what they're realizing. What's happening within your person's family, whether extended or immediate? Your person planning their escape. We saw it already. So we see them here in stillness, but this stillness is going to move to the chariot. Okay? It's going to move to the chariot. They're planning their escape route. So it kind of reinforces all the messages that we have been getting before. So it feels like this is the moment of stillness before they gain momentum to move. Okay? All right. So in the extended, I'm going to read this letter. And we're going to look a little deeper into the third party connection. Why your persons are planning an escape. What that escape is going to look like. And then we're going to look at their next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading. But if you can't join me in the extended, let me give you some advice from Spirit. And we have prosperity. So Spirit saying whatever's happening with your person, that's not stopping your flow. You are heading to the good times, okay? You're moving on up. Moving on up. And we have here synergy. And it says the frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. So just as your person is embracing a new way of being, which is, being as authentic as possible, right? And allowing for new realities to take place. Spirit saying you need to be open too. There are new people that are going to come into your life, whether professionally or personally. And Spirit saying make room. Don't worry about being hurt. Don't worry about being hoodwinked, because you have discernment. Just as this person has discernment here, you have discernment, right? You're going to see their bullshit from afar. So you don't have to be afraid. Okay? Go boldly. There's this new way of being that's coming in for you. A new way of interacting with this person that is going to take shape. Spirit saying, let it happen. Don't revert to old ways of being and old ways of navigating this relationship. Be open to something new. Okay? My love, so that was your reading, and I hope that was helpful. Take care.